Howdy, howdy, welcome all. With Wales national anthem in the background, I am doing the Euros 2020, 2021, whatever you want to call it, predictions. Now, I'm half Aussie, half Welsh, so I do love doing these predictions. I like to be a little bit biased, but yeah, let's get into it and let's see how wrong I'll be at the end of it. Alright guys, Euros 2021 predictions. Or 2020, that's going to be annoying, I guess we're different ones. So Group A, with my boys. Like Italy, I don't even have to think about this, they're clearly going to be on top. A lot of people might hate me for doing this straight away, but that's easy to me. Italy are clearly going to win this group unless something catastrophic happens for the Italians. Turkey, I know they have a few good players, but I just think they're going to finish in fourth. They might surprise, finish third. These two is really hard to predict. Switzerland, are a bit like Sweden, like they can show up when they want to, like in World Cups and in Euros. So I think it's hard. With people like Kiefer Moore and Tyler Roberts and all that for Wales, and obviously the man Gareth Bale, their scoring's looking pretty good. So I'm going to put Wales second and Switzerland third, but that top three, probably 2 and 3 interchangeable. Italy are qualifying no matter what if they finish first or second. I think they're going to finish first. But if Wales or Switzerland manage to finish on top, then Italy's going to be second. Turkey, like I said, they can switch between fourth and third. Maybe if something drastic happens with Switzerland and Wales, they could finish second, but I don't see them qualifying straight away. They might finish third and might qualify as one of the best third finishing teams. So that group's going to be really interesting to watch. You always like to follow groups like this, like Group A, that are very interchangeable. Like I said, Italy, they're clear favourites to win, but the bottom three, that could go either way. You're guaranteed a few upsets every tournament in Euros, Copa America, Asia Cup, World Cup. So this group could be full of them. We don't know. It's good to follow. Group B, I'm sorry, I don't even have to think about this. Belgium are clearly going to win this group. They're in the top 4 for the competition. Their team is just stacked. Russia, everyone talked about how good Russia was in the World Cup. They had home advantage and they had questionable methods with their players. So I'm going to put them fourth. Denmark, they have some outstanding players as well. Finland, going to put them third, but the bottom two, they could really be interchangeable. Russia have a lot of good older players. I know they brought a few players out of retirement for the World Cup all those years ago. And it turned out not too bad for them, They made it to the final 16, but I just think that without the home advantage of the crowd and all that in Russia, like literally the whole country going for them, I think Finland will outdo them. I don't see Finland advancing as a third team. I think Switzerland are way more likely. I think even Turkey, like if they finish third and Finland finish third, I'll be back in Turkey. Now, Group C. This is the interesting group. Netherlands, okay, but after Netherlands, this is hard because none of the other countries are really, standing out. Sorry. I think probably Austria, probably 2. Yeah, North Macedonia. I think they're going to be probably the worst team in the Euros. That's nothing against North Macedonia. There's a lot of countries that didn't qualify. I don't think Iceland qualified this year. No, they did. So, they will, I think, be bottom 2 in the whole comp. But, like I said, anything can happen. It's Euros. And probably Ukraine third. But those two could really chop and change. North Macedonia, upset against Ukraine. They could finish third. I don't think they'll advance from third, though, unfortunately. But Netherlands clearly win the group. Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands. I think they're all going to easily win their groups. One of the teams most likely to not finish on the top probably Belgium, only because Denmark. Denmark could be that team. They've had some good runs in the past in the Euros. But I think they're all pretty steady, those number one picks. Group D. So you got Scotland, England, Croatia, and Czech Republic. And Czech Republic. I don't know. Didn't mean to put that first. Scotland and England being in the same group is just fucking amazing. Everyone loves rivalries. And Scotland and England, that'd be just fantastic. I would have loved to see Wales versus England again, but hopefully we'll see that in the finals. So Czech Republic. I'm sorry, Czechs, but probably fourth. I think a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I'm going to put England 2. I think Croatia have a strong enough team. They always, that team, a bit like Poland and stuff, where kind of people sleep on them. They don't have a lot of players that, like, scream out, but I think, Scotland 3rd. I think Scotland are a shoo-in to qualify no matter what. If it be qualify in 3rd place as a best 3rd place team, or in the top 2 of the group. Czechs, Czechs are more likely to jump up, I think, than Russia and North Macedonia. So, nothing against them. This is another interesting group. This is probably the most flat, even group. A lot of people are like, England are one of the favourites to win, blah, blah, blah. We all know what England does when it comes to big games, okay? They choke. And I'm not just saying that because I'm fucking half Welsh, but they do choke. They choke. Australia chokes in fucking international games as well. But I think, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be surprised if England does finish first. But I think Croatia will finish first. Other two, no chance of finishing first. Something drastic happens, Scotland could finish 2. But I think they're more likely to advance in 3rd place. Group E, very interesting group. Very interesting group. So, Spain, clearly on top. But, do I think they'll go undefeated? I don't know. I don't think they'll win every game. Might be a few draws, even a loss. Poland, with the boy Lewandowski, man, he's one of the best players in the world. Everyone talks about Ronaldo, Messi, and all the other international players like James Rodriguez and all that. Lewandowski's a top 5 player in the world. And you talk about players being able to carry teams, he could carry this team to the finals. There's no doubt in my mind. So those are the two I have. Sweden, I think, likely to finish 3rd, and obviously Slovakia finishing 4th. I don't expect Slovakia to deal any damage, but hey, have a look what South Korea did to Germany in the last World Cup. So, like I said, anything can happen. I'm just doing these predictions on paper and what they're most likely to happen. Like I said, there's always going to be upsets every year. There's always one team that surprises everyone in a good way, where they're a team like, Turkey, Ukraine, Scotland that will surprise everyone, like Wales and Iceland did last Euros. Then you have the team that surprised everyone in a bad way, like Germany the last World Cup didn't even qualify for the final. So you're always going to have at least one team on either side of that spectrum. So that's Group E. We've got a Group F, the last group. The Group of Death. So poor old fucking Hungary, they go straight down to last. I'm sorry, but there's just no chance that Hungary... They won't even win a game. They might draw a game. If one in the last group game, if it be Germany, if they're up against Hungary in the last game, and they just want to kind of play defensive and not risk anything, they'll play defensive and get a 0-0 draw. Hungary aren't advancing, I'm sorry. Now, this is the hardest group to predict 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of these teams are advancing. Like, there's literally no doubt in my mind all 3 of these teams will advance. I think France are looking strong. France are looking so strong. So you have to put France on, I think you have to put France on top. But like I said, anything can go. I'm going to be biased here. I've travelled to Portugal and absolutely loved it. So I'm going to put Portugal at 2 and Germany at 3. That 3 can change. France go to 3rd, Portugal go to 1, Germany go to 2nd, or whatever. All 3 are advancing no matter what. No doubt in my mind that all 3 of these teams are advancing. If it be in what position, I don't know. This is what I think is likely to happen. I think France are a top 2 chance to win. Like, they're clear favourites. I think them and Belgium are my 2 favourites, but also Portugal as well. And you have Spain. Yeah, it's going to be interesting Euros, guys. I hope you're all going to tune in. So, predict the 4 best 3rd place teams. So, I mean, this is where it really opens up. Because you have 4 out of the 6 third-place teams to advance. So only 2 third-place teams miss out. So if you finish in third and you're in a bottom-level group, you're looking pretty good. But like I said, Germany, no doubt they're going to qualify. Scotland, I think they look pretty good. For a team that hasn't qualified for the World Cup in a long time, Euros are a different kettle of fish, so I think they're going to qualify. The next two are going to be hard. Ukraine, I don't think they're a chance. Yeah, so I picked Sweden. It's hard between Finland and Switzerland. I'm going to split. I'm going to divide a lot of people here. You have to back a bit of an underdog here, okay? So we're going to back Finland. I think no one expects Finland to really go far, but we'll continue and we'll see what the next final 16 is. So Belgium versus Germany. Holy shit, this will be one of the biggest games of the fucking tournament of the whole year. If Belgium and Germany play off in the round 16 game. Oh, this is actually going to be really hard to pick. I was going to skip it, but nah. In good spirits, I'll pick. But it's so hard. Oh, do you bet against Got a Belgium are strong, man. I can't bet against Belgium. They are strong. I would have picked Germany over nearly everyone else bar 3 teams, and Belgium was one of those teams. Italy and Austria. I think Italy going to win. France and Finland. Sorry, Finland. I like to back an underdog, but I'm going to go France. I'm just going to do this and just quickly kind of quick over this. Poland. I rate Poland so much. Like I said, Lewandowski and just the whole team of Poland. They're a grit and grind team, and I think they can do some damage. I know a lot of people are going to fucking kill me for this, but I just think Poland will beat England. Spain and Scotland. I would love to pick Scotland, and I would tell myself that I was going to pick a real big underdog here, and I think I'm going to pick Scotland. Why not? Why not? I'm going to pick Scotland. I think, Portugal, I think is an easy pick against Croatia. Unfortunately, I think Netherlands is an easy pick against Sweden. Wales and Denmark. If this happened, this could be one of the best matches of the tournament. I think you got either way, it'd be a really entertaining match to watch. And I think they're two countries a lot of people like. I think a lot of people go back to Denmark's run in the, I think it was 1992 Euros, or I think it was early 90s Euros, where they had that really, really good run. And Wales obviously having the run last Euro, so I'm going to pick Wales only because the only thing you can split is my me being biased. So I'm going to pick Wales here. Go back up the top. Belgium and Italy again. That'd be a fucking cracking game. And you know, Leon, my man, if you're watching this, you're going to absolutely kill me, bro. But I think Belgium are just fucking strong. But I won't be surprised if Italy win. That's a really hard one to pick. Like, this is the final 4 to 8 teams, so it's going to be hard to pick from here on in. I can't, I said Poland do some damage. France, I think, are guaranteed to finish final 4. Poland will maybe going up against a Portugal or even a Netherlands. I think they're more of a chance, but against France, I don't see it happening. Scotland, Portugal, I've got to go Portugal. Scotland with a team I picked for a fairy tale run, so I've got to go Portugal. Netherlands and Wales, I hate to bet against my team, but in all fairness of doing predictions, I've got to go Netherlands. But if Wales did make the final 8, I'd be so gassed. I think it'll probably equal what they finished in 2016. Okay, the final 4. Belgium and France, Portugal and Netherlands. This would be a star-studded final 4 if this is what it looks like. I mean, it'd be star-studded if it featured, Spain, England and all that as well. France, you can't bet against France. So I've got to go France against Belgium, but that can only go either way. If I did this prediction again, I'd probably pick Belgium. It's 50-50. Portugal, Netherlands. Netherlands are always going to be good. I think they're one of those countries that are always going to compete, even when they have players like Arjen Robben or that retire. Another player takes their spot, and eventually, not they won't be missed, but eventually their spot will be filled. But I will go Portugal. You can't go against Ronaldo. The final. You know what? I'm doing it. Portugal to win the 2020/21 Euros against France in the final. Big call, I know, but Portugal are fucking good. And Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest players of all time. But if that was France and Portugal, imagine that game going into penalties to decide the Euros. I mean, we've had games like that decided in the past. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. Alright. Alright, guys. On that note, that's going to be me signing off. My next video will be a Copa America prediction, which will be starting next week. The Euros start this weekend. If you're not barracking for any team, if you're not from Europe and you don't have any heritage from a European country, jump on my boys Wales or even Scotland. I would love to see Scotland go far. So obviously Wales is my team. I'd love to see Scotland. I'd love to see Poland do well. I'd love to see Portugal do well. And I'd love to see a team like Finland and Switzerland kind of go far and have a run like Iceland and Wales did all those years ago. But like I said, next video, Copa America predictions. Let me know what I did wrong in the comments and who you think will win and who do you think that surprise packet will be. I'm excited, guys. All right, let's go. Catch ya.